What's going on, everyone? Don't know where this is sliding into the timeline here. Trying to figure out whether it's going to be a new video or not, but anyway, bit of seam sealer stuff is going to go on today into the freshly painted interior. So I'll get some glory shots of that. I don't know if I have done some glory shots since it's been painted, but everything apart from the very back bit of the boot is done. And I know half the time, or most of the time, or all the time, you want seam sealer over your primer. But that was going to be such a hassle because you got to sand everything if you did a solid dry primer. So I did a wet on wet, and then I did colour over the top of that, and you can't really put seam sealer in between that. So I'm going to seam sealer over my finished colour, but I think it should still look neat. And half the time, I guess you wouldn't even need to do that, or you wouldn't even bother once you got to that stage. But I'm like, I'm going to run with it, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to put some black seam sealer in over all the floor pan joints and all the pinwheel joints and stuff like that today. Hopefully that will look neat still, and I'll try and document it the best I can. So normally when doing seam sealer on interior stuff, just stuff in general, I guess, people often mask up each side of what they're seam sealing or something to have a nice neat line. As you can see, I've got quite a few in there, so I burn up so much tape. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to just chase it off, maybe wipe down. I might try and do a nice enough bead that I don't even have to wipe anything down if I'm lucky. I should be able to try and fluke it, but I do a little bit of a normal gapping in my other line of work, so my line of work, which is a dumb thing to admit, because then when it turns out to be average, I'm like, bro, I ain't doing anything with you, and I'm like, fair play. But I'm going to see how we go without having to do that, because it's just going to be almost more hassle than it's worth. So I think I'll just start and see how bad I go. So yeah, after a quick go of it, I didn't have my squeegee or anything there. It didn't work. Couldn't lay down a good enough bead. So yeah, I ate my words and I've done the mask technique. And you might be wondering why I'm re-seam sealing it, especially after it's painted. It's like, well, I want to try and guarantee this car's longevity. So I'm going all out here. All a bit too much. But hopefully it all looks really good, and hopefully it all turns out and the thing is as solid as a rock. So it can go near all the water and all the oceans and be safe.
Sound stripe. Sound stripe. Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
Jeffrey coming to you guys post video now in the editing. I realised I haven't got any footage of the glamour shots of the seam sealer finished. I do apologise for that. Yeah, I got carried away when it came to putting the next step in and ripped all the tape off and didn't do any cool shots, so I don't think I've got the footage. So yeah, I'll remember to do a better job with the last bit on the boot to try and get some glamour shots to show it done. But yeah, I stuffed up there. Disappointing, I know. Everyone loves to see seam sealer. So yeah, thank you for checking out the video. Get excited for the next one, which will be all about the sound deadening that covers up my seam sealer and the paint that I've done in there. So love that for us. Cheers, guys.